Saint Catherine of Alexandria, the scholar saint who defied an emperor. Saint Catherine of Alexandria is remembered as one of the most brilliant and courageous women in early Christian tradition. She is associated with Alexandria, Egypt, one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world, a city of libraries, philosophers, theologians, scholars, and spiritual debate. Catherine was remembered not only for her beauty or noble birth, but also for her mind. Tradition describes her as highly educated, trained in philosophy, rhetoric, literature, and sacred knowledge. In a world where women were often expected to be silent, Catherine became known for wisdom that could challenge the powerful. Her story places her before Emperor Maxentius during a time when Christians faced persecution under Roman authority. Catherine refused to renounce her faith. Instead of bowing before imperial power, she defended Christianity with intelligence, conviction, and courage. According to tradition, the emperor summoned philosophers and scholars to refute her arguments. But Catherine answered them with such clarity and force that many were said to be moved by her words. She became a symbol of faith joined with intellect, proof that devotion did not require ignorance and that wisdom could stand against empire. Because she refused to renounce her faith, Catherine was tortured and sentenced to death. She is often depicted with a spiked wheel, the instrument of her martyrdom, along with a book, a crown, a palm branch, and a sword. Each symbol tells part of her story: learning, royal dignity, victory through faith, and sacrifice. St. Catherine's legacy extended far beyond Alexandria. She became a patron of students, scholars, philosophers, teachers, and others who seek truth with courage. Her memory endured in churches, icons, art, literature, and sacred tradition around the world. Her story matters because it reminds us that ancient Africa was not only a land of kings, queens, and warriors, but also a land of scholars, saints, theologians, philosophers, and women whose voices shaped spiritual history. Saint Catherine of Alexandria stands as a symbol of wisdom under pressure, faith under threat, and courage before empire. Saint Catherine of Alexandria was an early Christian scholar saint from Egypt, remembered for her wisdom, faith, and courage in the face of Roman imperial power. Tradition holds that she debated philosophers, defended Christianity, refused to renounce her faith, and became one of the most honored women martyrs in Christian history. Saint Catherine of Alexandria, scholar, martyr, defender of faith, an African saint of wisdom, courage, and sacred conviction. In closing, Saint Catherine of Alexandria was an early Christian martyr and scholar from Alexandria, Egypt, traditionally remembered as a highly educated young woman who defended her faith before Emperor Maxentius. Wisdom was her weapon, faith was her shield, and the empire could not silence her truth. A footnote: early icons depict Catherine with a noticeably darker Mediterranean or North African olive complexion, reflecting her historical Egyptian origins in Alexandria. The facial structure reflects the typical Byzantine and Coptic styles: elongated features, large spiritual eyes, and highly stylized, non-naturalistic shading. Late in the medieval Western tradition, as her devotion peaked in Europe between the 13th and 15th centuries, her skin tone gradually shifted to reflect European ideals of beauty. In French, Flemish, and Italian late Gothic art, she is routinely depicted with milky white skin, strawberry blonde or golden hair, and delicate, high-status features. Her natural dark skin was turned milky white, removing her from North Africa. This is the crime.